Hello, champ. Congratulations on clearing the NOS Level 1 exam. Welcome to India's most awaited and award-winning Olympiad finale, the NOF Champions League. We've prepared 4 sample papers, 40 questions each, with 3 video solutions to help you perform your best. Watch carefully, take notes, practice, and excel. Here is your science sample paper with solutions.
Hello students, welcome. In this session, we'll go through sample paper 3 of class 7 science. Step by step, I'll explain every question clearly. And let's begin with the question number 1. Question number 1. A biologist is studying a new species of fungus found in a damp dark forest. Why can't this fungus perform photosynthesis? A. They lack chlorophyll. B. It grows in dark environments. C. It doesn't have roots to absorb water. D. It doesn't have leaves to capture sunlight. Now let's think about what photosynthesis actually needs. For photosynthesis, chlorophyll is compulsory and fungi do not have chlorophyll in their cells. So even if light is present, they cannot make food. That is why the correct reason is that they lack chlorophyll. Option number A. Our next question is question number 2. Which of the following illustrates the function of bile in digestion? A. Breaking proteins into amino acids. B. Neutralizing stomach acid and emulsifying fats. C. Converting starch into simple sugar. D. Absorbing water from undigested food. The correct answer is option B, because here focus on what bile does and what it does not do. Bile does not digest food directly. Instead, it neutralizes the acid coming from the stomach. So at the same time, it breaks large fat droplets into smaller ones. This process is called emulsification. So option B is the correct answer. The next question is question number 3. A farmer wants to increase the yields of his crop. What nutrient-rich fertilizer should he use? A. Nitrogen-rich fertilizer. B. Phosphorus-rich fertilizer. C. Potassium-rich fertilizer. And D. All of the above. The correct answer is D. Let's look at the crop needs one by one. Nitrogen helps in leaf growth. Phosphorus helps in root and flower development. And potassium improves overall plant health. So to increase yield properly, all 3 are needed, making D the correct option. Our next question is question number 4. A dodder plant wraps itself around other plants and absorbs nutrients from them. What type of nutrition does it exhibit? A. Parasitic. B. Heterotrophic. C. Saprophytic. And D. Autotrophic. The correct answer is A. Dodder does not prepare its own food. It wraps around other plants and takes nutrients from them. This clearly shows dependency on a host plant. Such a mode of nutrition is called parasitic nutrition. So option A is the correct answer. The next question is question number 5. Arrange the steps of cotton fiber production in a correct sequence. Picking, ginning, spinning and weaving. So let's arrange this step by step. First, cotton is picked from plants. Then ginning separates fibers from seeds. After that, spinning converts fibers into yarn. Finally, weaving makes fabric. So option D, picking, ginning, spinning and weaving is the correct option. Next question is question number 6. Which of the following is true for synthetic fibers? A. They are biodegradable like natural fibers. B. They melt when exposed to high heat. C. They are derived from plant sources. D. They absorb water better than cotton. The correct answer is option B. Synthetic fibers react differently to heat. They soften or melt when exposed to high temperatures. This is why they are dangerous near fire. They are not biodegradable and not plant-based. So melting on heating is the correct property. The next question is question 7. What is the primary function of this tool? So this is the tool. A says removing seeds from cotton. B says weaving fabric from yarn. C spinning fibers into yarn. And D dyeing the fibers. The correct answer is option C. This tool is used before weaving. Its main role is to twist fibers together, and by doing this, fibers are converted into yarn. This process is called spinning. Hence, option C is the correct answer. The next question is question number 8. A farmer is struggling with acidic soil in his fields. He wants to improve the soil quality to increase crop yield. Which of the following substances could the farmer use to neutralize the acidic soil? A. Lime, B. Sulfuric acid, C. Vinegar, and D. Ascorbic acid. The correct answer is lime. Acidic soils need a basic substance, and lime is basic in nature. When added to the soil, it reduces acidity, and this improves soil quality for crops. So lime is the correct choice. Our next question is question number 9. A teacher used baking soda to treat a bee sting on a student. What kind of reaction helped reduce the pain? A. Oxidation reaction, B. Neutralization reaction, C. Decomposition reaction, and D. Substitution reaction. The correct answer is neutralization reaction. So bee sting is acidic and baking soda is basic. When they react, acid and base cancel each other. This is called neutralization. That is why the pain reduces, and our correct answer is option B. Our next question is question number 10. During a science fair, a student dipped a strip of red litmus paper into a solution and it turned blue. What does this indicate about the solution? A. It is acidic, B. It is basic, C. It is neutral, and D. It is salty. The correct answer is it is basic. So red litmus turning blue is a clear sign. This happens only in basic solutions. Acids do the opposite. So the solution must be basic. Hence option B is the correct answer. Our next question is question 11. Ria has matched the substances with their utility. Identify the one matched incorrectly. A. Antacids treat acidity. B. Baking soda neutralizes acids. C. Turmeric acid indicator, and D. Vinegar basic substance. Here the incorrectly matched pair is option D, because antacids treat acidity, which is correct. Baking soda neutralizes acid, it is also correct. And turmeric work as a natural indicator, it is also the correct answer. But vinegar is acidic, not basic. So option D is incorrectly matched. Our next question is question number 12. Which of the following explain the change shown here? A. Paper turns into ash, representing a chemical change. B. Paper folds but retains its properties, a physical change. C. Paper evaporates without residue, a physical change. And D. Paper expands, showing no new substance formation. Here the correct answer is option A. So when paper burns, ash is formed, a new substance is produced. This change cannot be reversed. That clearly indicates a chemical change. So option A is the correct answer. Our next question is question 13. Tarush lives in Pune. An iron gate in his garage starts forming a reddish brown layer over time. This change is classified as A. A physical change as no new substance is formed. B. A chemical change due to the formation of a new substance. C. A reversible change caused by the removal of moisture. And D. A temporary change without altering the properties of iron. The correct answer is option B. So rusting forms iron oxide, and iron oxide is a new substance. This change is permanent and irreversible. So rusting is the chemical change. Hence option B is the correct answer. Our next question is question 14. Identify the odd one out based on the type of change. A. Rusting of iron. B. Burning of a candle. C. Melting of wax. And D. Formation of curd. The correct answer, which is odd one out, is melting of wax, because rusting, curd formation and burning involve new substances. Melting of wax only changes the state. No new substance is formed. So melting of wax is a physical change that makes it the odd one out. The next question is question number 15. Question number 15. Classify the following changes: ripening of a mango, freezing of water, boiling milk, and formation of curd. So ripening of mango again. Question number 15. Classify the following changes. 1. Ripening of mango. 2nd. Freezing of water. 3rd. Boiling milk. 4th. Formation of curd. So ripening of mango forms new substances. So it is a chemical change. And freezing of water is only a state change. So it is physical. And boiling milk is also a physical change. So it is also a physical change. And formation of curd is chemical. So which option fits perfectly here? Chemical, physical and chemical. Option D is the correct answer. Our next question is question 16. Match the following materials with their properties in an electrical circuit. Copper, rubber, wood, glass. Poor conductor, excellent conductor, insulator and non-conductor. So conductors allow current to pass easily and insulators do not allow current to pass by. So by matching each material carefully, we see that excellent conductor is copper. So yes. Poor conductor is a rubber. Yes. And non-conductor is a wood. Yes. And insulator is a glass. So by seeing this, matching this, 2A, 1B, 4C and 3D, our correct answer is option number B. It is a correct answer. Our next question is question number 17. In a school science fair, a student presents a working model of a water-based electrical circuit. Water is used to complete the circuit, and when the water level rises, the bulb lights up. The bulb does not light up if the water level falls. What is the most likely cause of the bulb lighting up when the water level rises? A. The water provides resistance to the current. B. The bulb gets connected to the power source. C. The water absorbs all the light from the bulb. And D. Water is good conductor of electricity. The correct answer is option D. So when water level rises, the circuit gets completed. This happens because water conducts electricity, and once the circuit is complete, current flows. That is why the bulb lights up. So water being a conductor is the main reason. Our next question is question number 18. Which of the following is an example of concave mirror? A. Makeup mirror. B. Car rear view mirror. C. Periscope mirror. And D. Plane mirror. The correct answer is makeup mirror. A concave mirror gives a magnified image, and makeup mirrors are designed for this purpose. Rear view mirrors are convex. So a makeup mirror is the correct example. Our next question is question number 19. What happens to the light after it passes through the prism? A. The light is reflected back. B. The light splits into different colors. C. The light is absorbed by the prism. And D. The light continues straight without bending. The correct answer is option B. So when light enters a prism, it bends, and different colors bend by different amount. This causes splitting of white light, and the process is called dispersion. So option B is the correct answer. The next question is question number 20. In a graph of distance versus time, if the line is straight and sloped upwards, what does this indicate? A. The object is at rest. B. The object is moving with constant speed. C. The object is moving at varying speeds. D. The object is accelerating. The correct answer is option B, because a straight line means distance increases evenly. This shows equal distance in equal time. That means speed is constant. So the object is moving with constant speed. Hence option B is the correct answer. Our next question is question number 21. A car travels a distance of 100 meters in 10 seconds. The driver then increases the speed and the car travels the same distance in 5 seconds. Which of the following statements is correct about the car's motion? A. The car is moving at a constant speed throughout. B. The car's speed increased after 10 seconds. C. The car covered the distance in less time, so its speed decreased. D. The car moved faster in the second case because it covered the same distance in less time. The correct answer is option D. So speed depends on distance and time. If the same distance is covered in less time, speed is greater. So the car is moving faster in the second case. Thus option D is the correct answer. Our next question is question number 22. A car accelerates from 0 to 30 meter per second in 10 seconds. What is the average speed of the car during this time? A. 0 meter per second, B. 10 meter per second, C. 30 meter per second, and D. 15 meter per second. So initial speed is 0 meter per second. Final speed is 30 meter per second. Average speed is the mean of the two, that is 0 plus 30 divided by 2, which is equals to 15. So our correct answer is 15 meter per second, which is option D. Our next question is question number 23. Assertion: speed is scalar quantity. Reason: speed has both magnitude and direction. A. Both assertion and reason are true and the reason explains the assertion. B. Both assertion and reason are true but the reason does not explain the assertion. C. The assertion is true but the reason is false. D. Both assertion and reason are false. The correct answer is option C, because speed has only magnitude. It does not have direction. So the assertion is true but the reason is false because it describes velocity. Hence option C is the correct answer. The next question is question number 24. Which of the following are consequences of global warming? Rising sea levels, melting polar ice caps, decreased agriculture productivity, and increased wildlife diversity. So global warming causes ice melting. This leads to rising sea levels. It also affects agriculture negatively, but it does not increase wildlife diversity. So 1, 2 and 3 are correct. 1, 2 and 3 are correct, but 4th is incorrect. So option B, 1, 2 and 3 is the correct option. The next question is question number 25th. A lake in a city has been polluted by industrial waste. Over time, the number of fish in the lake decreases and algae blooms are observed. What process is most directly responsible for the decrease in fish population? A. Eutrophication, B. Acid rain, C. Desertification, and D. Soil erosion. The correct answer is option A, because industrial waste increases nutrients in water. This causes excess growth of algae and oxygen level drops due to decomposition. Fish cannot survive. This process is called eutrophication. Our next question is question number 26. If plastic waste is left in a field for many years, what happens? A. It helps improve groundwater levels. B. It decomposes and enriches the soil. C. It dissolves in rainwater and pollutes rivers. D. It remains unchanged, causing pollution. The correct answer is option D. So plastic is non-biodegradable. It does not decompose naturally. It stays in soil for many years. This causes long-term pollution. So option D is the correct answer. The next question is question number 27. A city bans single-use plastic. What immediate benefit is most likely? A. Reduced water pollution. B. Improved air quality. C. Decreased carbon dioxide emissions. And D. Increase in soil fertility. So the correct answer is option A. Why? Because plastic directly affects water bodies and banning single-use plastic reduces this pollution very quickly, and air quality or soil fertility changes take longer. So the most immediate benefit is reduced water pollution. Hence option A is the correct answer. The next question is question number 28. A person consumes food and the digestive system breaks it down into simpler substances. These simpler substances are absorbed into the blood. Which part of the digestive system is responsible for the absorption? A. Large intestine, B. Rectum, C. Small intestine, and D. Pancreas. The correct answer is small intestine, because digestion breaks food into simple substances and absorption happens after the digestion. The small intestine has villi for absorption. So nutrients enter the blood here. Thus option C is the correct answer. Our next question is question number 29th. A plant has been placed in a jar with no opening and left in sunlight for few days. Over time, the plant's leaves begin to turn yellow and wilt. Which of the following processes is affected? A. Photosynthesis, B. Transpiration, C. Germination, and both A and B. The correct answer here is option number D, because photosynthesis needs carbon dioxide exchange and transpiration also needs gas exchange. In a sealed jar, both are disturbed, so both processes are affected. Photosynthesis and transpiration. So option D is the correct answer. The next question is question 30. Which of the following are the processes involved in nutrition? A. Digestion, excretion, circulation, assimilation. B. Ingestion, circulation, respiration, assimilation. C. Respiration, excretion, digestion and absorption. D. Ingestion, digestion, absorption and assimilation. The correct answer is option D. So nutrition starts with ingestion, then digestion breaks food down, absorption sends nutrients into blood, and assimilation uses nutrients in cells. So option D is the correct answer. Our next question is question number 31. A picture shows a device with a rotating cup-like structure. What is it used for? So this is our device and this is a cup-like structure. A. Measuring temperature, B. Recording rainfall, C. Measuring wind speed, and D. Measuring air pressure. The correct answer is option C. So this instrument measures wind speed. Rotating cups move faster with stronger wind. It is called an anemometer. Again. Question number 31. A picture shows a device with a rotating cup-like structure. What is it used for? A. Measuring temperature, B. Recording rainfall, C. Measuring wind speed, and D. Measuring air pressure. So this is a device and this is a cup-like structure. So this instrument measures wind speed and rotating cups move faster with strong winds. It is called anemometer. So option C, measuring wind speed, is the correct option. Our next question is question number 32. Latin word from which acid is derived is A. Acere, B. Acre, C. Acer, and D. None of these. The correct answer is option A. Acere, because the word acid comes from the Latin word acere. It means sour. This matches the taste of acid. So option A is the correct answer. Our next question is question number 33. Polar bears have a thick layer of fat and fur. How do these adaptations help? A. Helps in swimming underwater. B. Prevents loss of body heat in cold climates. C. Prevents loss of body heat in cold climates. And D. Allows faster movement in icy areas. So correct answer is option B. Prevents loss of body heat in cold climates. So thick fur and fat reduces heat loss. They help polar bears survive extreme cold. This is an adaptation to cold climate. So option B is the correct answer. We have to take this again. This is an error. So I'll send you this in last. Question number 34th. If the polar regions start warming rapidly, how will polar bear population be affected first? A. Increased population due to more food availability. B. No change in population as polar bears adapt quickly. C. Change in population as polar bears adapt quickly. D. Migration of polar bears to tropical zones. The correct answer is option B, because rising temperature melts ice and polar bears lose hunting grounds. Their population get affected. So option B is the correct answer. The next question is question number 35th. How does wind energy drive a windmill? A. Strong winds create electricity directly. B. Air pressure differences power the windmill. C. Air pressure differences power the windmill. D. The windmill collects sunlight to produce power? The correct answer is option B. This is also again. Our next question is question number 36. Classify the following based on wind types: cyclone, land breeze, monsoon and tornado. A. Seasonal, cyclone, monsoon, local, land breeze and tornado. B. Seasonal or monsoon and tornado, local or cyclone and land breeze. C. Again the same thing. Question number 33. Polar bears have a thick layer of fat and fur. How do these adaptations help? A. Helps in swimming underwater. B. Prevents loss of body heat in cold climates. C. Prevents loss of heat in water. D. Allows faster movement in icy areas. The correct answer is option B, because thick fur and fat reduces heat loss. They help polar bears survive the extreme cold. This is an adaptation to cold climate. So option B is the correct answer. The next question is question number 34. If the polar regions start warming rapidly, how will polar bear populations be affected first? A. Increased population due to more food availability. B. Decrease in population due to rapid loss of sea ice. C. Change in population as polar bears adapt quickly. D. Migration of polar bears to tropical zones. The correct answer is option B, because rising temperature melts ice and polar bears lose hunting grounds. Their population gets affected. So option B is the correct answer. Our next question is question number 35. How does wind energy drive a windmill? A. Strong winds create electricity directly. B. Air pressure differences power the windmill. C. No change in wind pressure. D. The windmill collects sunlight to produce power. The correct answer is option B, because wind is caused by pressure differences and moving air pushes windmill blades. This motion generates energy. So air pressure differences power the windmill. The next question is question number 36. Classify the following based on wind types: cyclone, land breeze, monsoon and tornado. So monsoon is seasonal and land breeze is local. And cyclone and tornado are also local winds. So option D, which says seasonal is monsoon and local is land breeze, cyclone and tornado, is the correct option. Our next question is question 37. A funnel-shaped cloud touches the ground, causing localized destruction. What phenomenon is this? A. Cyclone, B. Tsunami, C. Earthquake and D. Tornado. The correct answer is tsunami, because a funnel-shaped rotating column of air that touches the ground is called a tornado. It causes local destruction. So option B is the correct answer. The next question is question number 38. You observe that a solid material dissolves in water, but when it cools, crystals of the material appear again. What can you infer about this material? A. The material undergoes a chemical change when it dissolves. B. The material remains chemically unchanged after dissolving. C. The material remains physically unchanged after dissolving. D. The material forms new bonds when it dissolves. The correct answer is option B, because the substance dissolves on heating and crystals reappear on cooling. So no new substance is formed. So this is a physical and reversible change. Hence option B is the correct answer. Our next question is question number 39. When a person exercises, the muscles produce energy and generate heat. Which of the following happens as a result of this? A. The blood vessels contract to reduce heat loss. B. The heart rate decreases to conserve energy. C. The heart rate increases to conserve energy. And D. The muscles stop contracting to reduce heat. The correct answer is option A, because exercise produces heat and blood vessels widen to release heat. Heart rate increases, not decreases. So option A is the best answer. Our next question is question number 40. You are given two liquids. One is a good conductor of electricity and the other is poor conductor. If both liquids are placed in a container with a battery and electrodes, which of the following will happen in a better conductor? A. The liquid will A. The liquid will heat up quickly and cause an explosion. B. The liquid will remain neutral with no change. C. The liquid will remain neutral with constant change. D. The liquid will allow a larger current to pass through, producing a stronger reaction at the electrodes. The correct answer is option D, because a better conductor allows more current, and more current causes stronger reactions. This happens at the electrodes. So option D is the correct answer. That completes sample paper 3. If you follow the reasoning step by step, the answer becomes straightforward. So keep revising with the understanding. Thank you.
Don't forget to like and subscribe for more useful content.